So much, Dan. 8:45 is your time right now. Fox 21 and the Colorado Springs Independent teaming up once again for this year's Give campaign, highlighting organizations that need your support. Our CS Indie Give campaign continues this morning with NAMI. This is the National Alliance of Mental Illness, on mental illness. With us, the executive director here in the Springs, Lori Jarvis-Steinwert, and philanthropist Clay Taylor. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it. Lori, tell me about this. 1 in 4 adults affected by mental illness. That's a lot. How many here in El Paso and Teller County?
It is a lot. If you look at sort of census data and look at our population, that means that about 165,000 people are affected by mental illness in the El Paso and Teller County areas.
That's a lot.
It's a lot more common than we realize.
Now, NAMI, as we said, it's a national organization. You're the local chapter here. So what does your organization do to help out with folks dealing with mental illness?
We are there for families who have a loved one who has a severe mental illness. That can be a very chaotic, disruptive, confusing time for people, the onset of a severe mental illness. So we're here to educate those families, to support them, and to help train them to advocate for themselves and their loved one. We're also here for those people who are battling mental illness. We have support groups, we have education programs. So we're trying to become a household name because we know how common mental illness is.
Very good. And Clay Taylor, you've suffered the effects of mental illness yourself. And how are you helping others now, Clay, with your story?
Well, I think that what we're trying to do is talk more about mental illness in an everyday way. It's a hard thing to talk about for a lot of people. There's been a lot of stigma in the past, and we feel like we'd like to get mental illness to the point where it's more along, you can talk about it like cancers and diabetes and Alzheimer's and things like this, because it has a biological basis.
Yeah.
It's treatable. But for me, myself, my own family story is very difficult because my sister had bipolar disease for many years and committed suicide when she was 28. And my older brother, Todd, he had schizophrenia, paranoid schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And after many decades of struggle and suffering, his body just basically gave out on him when he was 47.
Wow, that's awful. Now, what is your message to those that are affected by this for the family? I mean, what can families do? Obviously, helping out with NAMI's help, but what can they do to be able to try to, get over these really hard times?
Well, I think the one thing that's really difficult to do is recognize mental illness for what it is,
right?
Because it turns your world upside down. You end up in places like hospitals and rehab facilities and jails and things that you never really thought you would be in your life.
Right.
And for me, anyway, it was like, I just didn't think this could be happening to me.
Yeah.
I didn't think this could be happening to my loved ones. This is not the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
And overcoming that and beginning to think that you can actually get help, you can get education, you can actually find other people that you can talk to. And NAMI is a great sense of, they have people there you can talk to. There's
all the time, right?
Yeah, there's volunteers on the phone.
Yeah.
It's a warm community, and you learn and you get support there.
Information on your screen. Again, NAMI services are absolutely free. 80% of your funds come from donors. And as you guys were talking about, mental illness is non-discriminatory. It can affect anyone, any race, any shape, any size. It really doesn't matter. So all part of the Give campaign. You guys definitely are a great organization. We appreciate you stopping by. And if you want to help out and you'd like to give to the campaign, just go to our website. It's fox21news.com. You click on that Give logo. It's right on the top of our page. And you can select the organizations such as NAMI here in Colorado Springs and how you can help out. Lori, thank you very much for being here. Appreciate that. Clay,
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you as well.
Nice
we really appreciate it for your time this morning. 8:40.